Hi, welcome to VanLife Adjustments. I'm a brand new channel. This is my 10th video. I happen to love statistics and analytics, and I have a little bit of a knack of recognizing anomalies. So what is VanLife Adjustments? I'm building out a van, a Chevy Express 3500, into a mobile office so that I can process insurance claims on the road, work on the road, and spend less money. In this video, I'm going to go through my analytics, my first 10 videos. So I've done, this is approximately my 10th video. I had one where I was testing, I deleted that. I had another one where I was attempting to do a short, I was learning. So I deleted that one, but this is approximately my 10th video, and I've done 4 shorts. In this video, I will go through, briefly go through the analytics of my first 9 videos and the 4 shorts that I mentioned. Now, during which I'll go through some of the mistakes that I made, but I made a couple really critical mistakes. See, I just did it right there too. So I made a couple of critical mistakes that you should probably learn to avoid, and just pay attention to what you're doing. So yeah, so I'm going to go through some of my critical mistakes and my strategies moving forward as a channel. And then what it took to make this video to set up my office and my studio space. This is the first I've filmed from my desk, so there was a lot of preparation that went into this. So what is VanLife Adjustments? I'm combining 2 niches. One is bigger than the other, so I'm not a analytical channel. I just happen to like analytics. I've watched a lot of hours of education in content creating, and there's a lot of educators that have a lot of really good things to say. And these guys, without these guys, and the hundreds of hours I've watched, I don't think I would feel confident to share this type of video with you. Like I said, I'm not an analytical channel. I just happen to enjoy analytics, and I think a lot of small creators could benefit from this. You know, the audience that is generally interested in van life and what I'm doing, you get to see the inside look at what kind of metrics we're trying to change. So without further ado, let me get into the analytics of my first round of videos. Okay, so as a new content creator, when you first start publishing videos, you have the energy that you feel is spectacular. It's a huge endorphins rush when you see a video get views. You get your first subscriber. I remember when I got my first subscriber, it was kind of funny. Hey honey, somebody subscribed to my bullshit.
It's probably your sister.
And it made me realize that I had been listening to some of these creators, the educators, and they were saying that, yes, your family and friends help you get going, but however, that's not, they may not necessarily be your target audience. So that can be a little deceiving to the analytics. And I got more subscribers. Hey honey, I got another subscriber.
I just posted to the family Facebook page. It's your cousin.
Wow. You can start to see some of the analytics in the video. Now, my first 2 videos that I have on there, they don't, I didn't use thumbnail graphics and stuff. They were just stock videos. And by the time I got to the second, like the third, fourth-ish video, I started using the thumbnails and really focusing on the title and the thumbnails. When I started seeing the analytics, as you can see, the analytics are coming in. I'm thinking about, like, okay, can I make an adjustment to the title? And then I started gaining a little momentum. On my fourth or fifth video, I unintentionally made a thumbnail that was clickbait, and the analytics just shot through the roof. And I changed. I didn't change the thumbnail, but I changed the title, and it was the title that really kind of helped the analytic a little bit better. But what I saw was a huge spike. And when the analytics came in and I started looking at the retention rate, I noticed that sharp drop, and I was like, okay, something's wrong. I'm not captivating their attention. What is it? And then I realized they were wanting a tour of a real mill, and this is a backyard mill. I mean, I didn't even give my friend more than an hour to prep and clean his space. Now, if we gone back and done it again, and he had a couple of days to really dress up his space, I didn't have a script. I just went totally off the cuff. But because it was a friend, him and I were able to flow with each other, and I did some editing. And that's when I really first started getting into playing with some of the features of editing and incorporating picture inside of a picture like I'm doing here. But when I realized that the people that were dropping off so fast were probably more interested in actual wood, like I'm a VanLife channel. I was just doing a quick little, hey, let's get something up on the thing, and I'm actually probably going to do a live edge countertop with wood that I got from the guy. So be careful of clickbait, because it really will mess with your the algorithm trying to figure out what what your channel is about. And that kind of brings me into another topic. The algorithm doesn't know me and who I am, what my channel's about, other than what I put on my thumbnails and what I put on my titles. So what I'm trying to do is be consistent for the first part. Now, because I'm a dual niche, a lot of the educators that I've listened to, they're saying pick one and go with it, drop the other one. Well, no, that's not my plan. VanLife Adjustments VanLife is the bigger of the two niches, but once I go on a catastrophe hurricane deployment and I start getting footage of Mother Nature's destruction and living VanLife at the same time, that's when I will start to attract the smaller niche, the adjuster, the insurance niche of the adjuster community. And so I'm going to focus on the van stuff, but for those of you interested in the channel, it's going to be a mix. I'm also a professional juicer. My wife and I owned our own juice bar, so I will be incorporating healthy juicing and stuff like that into VanLife. A lot of people cook and stuff like that, and I love watching that stuff. I don't see a lot of people doing the juicing. So I consider myself a juice expert. I was trained by the best, and I ran my own shop for a couple years. So, yeah. Speaking of analytics, if you're still here, please hit the like button. That's the best thing for my analytics, is for you to hit the like button. And let's keep going here. Another video that I did, it was the fourth or the fifth one, I can't remember. It's a deconstruction of the inside of my van, which was an armory, a vehicle for like the prisons or the sheriff's department or something. It held a bunch of rifles and handguns that was all locked up, and it had about 700-800 pounds worth of steel equipment inside in the van. So I did a whole video on deconstructing it. Now 30 minutes I could have condensed down to 8, maybe even less, and that's just a matter of getting better at what I'm doing. I had already been using some of the editing features, speeding it up and stuff like that, but I could have cut out a lot and just really had a better retention rate, a better click-through rate, because when people see a 30-minute video, somebody that has, low subscriber count, they're probably going to move on, and so yeah, that one I could have really cut out a bunch. On my 7th video, approximately my 7th video, it happens to be my most consistently performing video even to this day. Granted, this is my 10th video, so it was just a few videos ago. It was about a month ago I put it up. When I was originally searching for a van, I was also searching for a van that had towing capacity, and I had a really hard time finding a video on, towing reviews and stuff like that. So I recognized a gap in content even before I started posting videos. So I had this video in mind for a while, and while I was filming it, I was trying to intentionally set hooks to keep people interested in what I was doing, and I set like a triple kind of hook. And during that whole experience, I kept coming up against small little things that were getting in my way, and I recognized that that was the kind of day that I was gonna have, and I ran with it, and I made a video out of it. And as you can see in the thumbnail, I talk about like constant setbacks, because that's what it was. It was a video of constant setbacks. But now, as I look at the video, here's the view analytics on it, and you see these. It's still on an upward trajectory. My retention view rate is still a little bit low, but I think I'm attracting the right customer base. And I did find out a couple things I'll mention here in a minute. These little bumps, these are like 25, 30 view hits. Like every 4 or 5 days it happened. I saw it the first time and I was like, what is that? I don't have an outside external source other than a very small Twitter page. I have 3 followers. On the video I posted for that, I maybe have like 30 impressions, 30 engagements or something like that. I do have an Instagram account, but I don't use it for this stuff. So I'm really wondering if it is the YouTube analytic that is finding a batch of people of viewers that they think would like it, and they send out a batch of like 200 impressions, and I get 20 views off that or something like that. And I could go in and look at other metrics within there, but for the sake of this video, I'll just point out one more thing that I recognize. This video is a towing review, so people that are coming to this video are wanting a review of the 3500 Express van and how it tows. And although I do that in the video, it's not technical, maybe not as technical as they would like. I turned it into part of my story, constant setbacks and the RV and all that stuff. So I think the main part of the retention on that is the people are there for the review. I see the little spikes in the analytic where they're jumping and looking at certain parts, and I've looked at those, and those are when I'm speaking about the towing review, stuff like that. And I don't expect anyone to go back and watch these videos. In fact, I'm happy, content with where I'm at with my channel. I'm learning every day. I'm going to get better. I am making do with what I have. And so now let's move on. On the next video right here, I confused the algorithm. So I don't know how, all of a sudden I go from van life living, doing a van thing to juicing in a shop with a big $15,000 juicer. And so the algorithm is like, what the heck, Go into the weeds together. So you need to keep following along if you want to figure out how to get through the weeds, because I know how to go through the weeds. You may know weeds that I don't know, so I'm always interested in other people's weeds. $9.50. I understand the business equation of this, but I could teach you how to do it for $1. It was around this time that I began to investigate the possibility of incorporating shorts into my content, see what it would do, and to my surprise, here are some of the analytics for my shorts. And the first one I put up, it was more about my channel and perhaps what the viewers had already seen, kind of stuff, and it did really well. I was like, oh wow, that's a lot in one shot. Boom. I can't remember exactly what it was at. Here, I'll show you the analytic on it. I think it was something like 300 and something views. And then the next one I put up, it was less. The third one I put up was less, and those two were off topic from the channel, and I got less views on them. And then the fourth one that I put up was back onto topic of juicing in the channel and stuff like that, and all of a sudden I got the most views that I had. So let's take a step back, because I jumped over when on this video that I mentioned, and it's this one right here. I changed the title a couple of times. I didn't really mess that much with the thumbnail, but I made a couple of mistakes in it, and one of them was very critical, and I hope to redeem myself. If you notice, what I did there is I kept looking at myself in the camera, right? When I should be looking at the lens, right? And that's a huge difference, and I'm still learning how to do it right. And then at the end of the video, I didn't provide links. I didn't give them the information. In my mind, what I was thinking was that I was going to, in the future, be doing a lot of juicing, and at that time, I would provide links to benefits of different things and stuff like that. And in this video, I happened to mention a couple of different, like lemons and ginger, and I didn't provide any links, and so that means that I did not follow through with something that I said I would do in the video, and you cannot do that. And that's everything I've learned from all the hundreds of hours of content creator educating, is that's one of the big no-nos. And I'm happy that that particular video is at a very low view count. So because I was a juice bar owner, I had access to all kinds of information, health benefits and things like that, resources, right? And we did our own marketing, so we had all kinds of marketing materials, and we were able to make a bunch of informational cards for our employees so that they would have access to the information without having to have it memorized in their brain. What I did after I realized I had made the mistake is I went through and I organized all the media that I had and some of the future stuff that I plan on doing while I'm in the van and living out of the van and stuff. And so these two guys I watch all the time. They get into technical explanations of what's happening to your body, the benefits, the detriments of stuff that you could put into your body. And I just think that they are very well spoken and the information is technical. So I will provide links to these guys, these two doctors, in the description. But additionally, I have my own stuff. And as I'm learning as a creator, I am trying new editing tricks all the time. It's only getting better. Learning, like on this video, I wanted to learn how to do something, and I'm going to see if I can demonstrate it right now. And so here, I am going to try and find my lemon info. So let me see here. Let me see if I can do this. Can I get it to work? Cause up, a little more. Yep, and there it is. There. Okay, there's lemon. So many benefits to lemon. I'll post a full picture for you. And you could take this information, and as you can see, like, this is real technical, all consolidated and condensed, and it's just really hard to regurgitate effectively when I'm still learning how to shoot video and content and stuff. So I'd rather just give you guys informational cards like this. And if you have further questions, refer to the doctors that I have in the description. Look them up, search. They've got a lot of information on this stuff. So anyway, that's my new trick. See if I can spin the wheel. All right. So yeah, don't make the critical mistake of not looking into the lens when you're talking to the camera. And be sure to follow through with what you say you're going to do in your video, especially a thumbnail. So that was a big learning experience. And then that brings me to this video. So this video is the first one I've actually filmed from my office. So I had to set up my whole setup, and as I'm talking here, I'm going to be showing you, some of the B-roll, but I got as creative as I could. I didn't spend a whole lot of money. I happen to be in the corporate staging industry, so I have access to gaffer's tape. I have access to Duvetine. That's the blackout. I had this chalkboard laying around, and the lights, I was in construction for a long time, so I had these clip-on work lights and an old white sheet that it was just going to go to the dump, and so I made myself my own lights, and as you can see, I had to get creative with setting it all up, but I think I did a good job. And yeah, so having said all that, it's been real fun setting this up. And if you're still here, I mean, it sounds like you like my personality if you're still here, so hit the subscribe button. Like I said, I'm not going to do these videos, these analytic videos all the time, but I know it's super helpful for new creators. I'm a new creator like you. Let's walk this journey together. I look forward to the interactions. My strategy moving forward, there's a few things that I noticed. For one, 95% of the people viewing my content are men. And so I am going to, in the future video, I am going to attempt to see if I can attract more of the female audience. And we'll see how that goes. Basically what I'm going to do, I'll just give you the general I'll give you the general synopsis of a video that I'm going to do. It's an old spin, or it's an old idea with a new spin. However, that old idea never worked. So I'm going to see if the old idea with a new spin will work and maybe attract some female followers on my channel. So I really am interested in the analytics of that. I'm still a young channel, so there's a lot of analytics that I don't have available to me yet, or have not presented enough data for me to extrapolate any information. So my strategy moving forward, that's one of them. Try to attract a more diverse viewer base. Another strategy is I've already engaged my community tab, and what I'm going to do is use my community tab to talk about the video, the next video, or the video that I'm making, or a big project, as one thing. I could do other things with the tab, but that's an idea for me. I'm going to explore it. I'll let you know how it goes. If you are a creator, a small content creator or large, doesn't matter to me, engage with me on my community tab, and let's see where it goes from there. Another strategy that I'm going to use is utilizing the end of my videos for unique content that they wouldn't normally see on my channel that could be very interesting. It's basically stuff that I come across all the time and I just decide to take some footage of it. Other stuff is behind the scenes stuff. And so one of my strategies is going to be to create an environment where my viewer audience will want to watch to the very end, because they have no idea what I'm going to put up there. And a lot of people are I like the concept of B-roll. I think it has a very valuable place. I don't want to call it my B-roll. I would rather call it my B-sides. So if you know what B-sides are, sometimes on a like old school record or album, they would put out a B-sides album, and that's stuff that didn't make the cut. That's stuff that didn't make the polished for sale recording. And so that's kind of what I want to do. Is I'm going to focus on 3 different things: attracting a more of a female audience, try to engage that metric, improve that metric. I'm going to engage my community tab to try to put out teasers for my next video or projects, and then make my B-sides really, really unique. So that's me in a nutshell. If you're still here waiting for my B-sides, then like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one, and here we go. Hey honey, somebody subscribe to my bullshit.
It's probably your sister.
She's on the back end of the pro crib. 2 laps to go.
Go into the weeds together, so you need to keep following along if you want to figure out how to get through the weeds. You may know weeds that I don't know, so I'm always interested in other people's weeds.